What is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? This chick just took my pants and she found out that I support Yami. Um, with this week's episode, we honestly just get more of the expected feeling in episodes. Not only do we get to see the Crimson Lion and the Eagle, Silver Eagle, work together, which they are rivals, so it's pretty much like watching Yuno and Asta go on a mission together. But their mission's a lot easier than fighting someone that is from the Diamond Kingdom, right? Regardless, we find out. Uh, we find out that a lot of the villages that have been wrecked by the Midnight Sun, or just because of that event in general, wasn't actually getting funds, wasn't actually getting any type of support from the person who should be supporting them the most, aka the king of Clover Kingdom, right? Um, to know that he's just squandering around, doing whatever the heck he wants, kind of paints a perfect picture of his character for me. That's just what I expected from the dude. To not really care about anybody unless they're higher up or they can do something significant for him in the future. So if you can't do any of that stuff or you're not really strong, he really doesn't care. So it's unfortunate, but very true. Um, I mean, this episode alone showcased that just how people who are getting help and getting handouts are still in a mindset where they feel like they need to then steal and pillage from those same people that helped them out. The same people that had an old lady come through and actually talk to them about, not talk to them, but actually help them sell, help them do things. And they come in and say, yeah, we know that old lady, we're with her. And they still try to rob. So it's that desperate and it's that type of stuff that you don't really know about stuffs and shows because they never really colored the picture for you, right? Or they just don't have the time to, I guess they could say. But for instance, in Dragon Ball Super, when all the planets were getting wiped away, uh, we didn't even have like an idea of how many people were getting, like actually noticing the wiping was happening, or once the wiping was over, they don't like showcase any of us how they're gonna change their lives afterwards and stuff. We'll probably just stick to our main couple of characters and what they're doing. That's just you. Or for instance, Vegeta meeting Kaba, and then they actually showcase Kaba training two other Saiyans to become Super Saiyans. That's out of the blue, right? And it's not filler because those two Super Saiyan characters become very, very important towards the narrative of the story. But here, I don't feel like this village is going to show up and be some end all be all saving grace of anything or some sort. I feel like these are just moments they felt like actually filling us in on and giving us more ideas that our kingdom is nowhere near perfect because they haven't even figured out how to take care of everybody who's going through something that kind of stemmed only because of the actions of the Clover Kingdom. Like the reason why all that stuff popped off is because stuff was not good for when they attacked the elves and did what they did. I mean, sure, maybe there's a noble in this village somewhere, but I highly doubt it. So, from what we can take from that is it was all nobles. They were all looking for more power. They were all kind of power drunk from the demon, even though they didn't know that's where their help was coming from. Um, all of those things pop off and lead into something huge, which, like I'm saying, those people that have, there's a lot of people we saw get attacked and hurt, or uh, or get possessed. we haven't heard it from any of those people that have been possessed, which is, I think, another easy couple of episodes, or an easy episode in general. Is to just talk about the recovery factor of one character could be Luck. Like, what did Luck really learn about that guy who was taking over? Why was their connection so close and dead on when it came down to being rejected by humans? And, why was it such an easy way of connecting for them? Or why was it easy ways for connecting for the other elves, right? Like, if they think they expanded enough on Lux, then give us some of the other people that we didn't even hear from, or that got one-shotted in the background. Uh, I just see that anything is really possible at this point with them taking their time and not pushing too far close to the manga yet again, because we see what happens then is people are already like complaining that the anime is doing going too fast and this and that. It's like, okay, so you want to see the things in the manga, but then when you stop seeing the things in the manga because we're getting too close to the source material, now you're mad that you're seeing something that's not in the manga, that's a placeholder until we get there. And some of the stuff like Sally, learning about Sally, and seeing her the next time on the battlefield, if she is on the battlefield, we'll know why she wants to actually help people, or maybe even dies for somebody, right? Because right now she finds it way more enjoyable to actually try to help people. So what is the next top thing of helping is sacrificing yourself for someone else, especially it's a sacrifice that she might enjoy because she knew that she was helping the whole time. It's small things like that that you got to keep in mind for the future of the show. I mean, for instance, that could never come back up again, right? Like, Sally could literally be pushed in the background, never used again, never thought about again, or because of this tiny little episode that helped breach her explanation as to what she could be doing during this battle. Like, someone gets knocked super far away from the battle, she goes after him, gives him some mana, just like she's just another Chami at this point, just not uh just not actually in it's just not she's just not Chami yet. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, she's a Chami that hasn't figured it out yet, right? um Oliver's experiments usually are way more forceful, so taking this approach may be the problem. Is she's not getting as much of the things she needs that she would wind up getting if she would just be dissecting and doing all that crazy stuff. But overall, I want to hear what you guys are thinking about this weird mission. We did just get a couple of things popping off, so I'm kind of interested in seeing what they're gonna do for us when it comes down to the end game of what's to come. I honestly don't know how much longer Black Clover's gonna go, but regardless how long it's gonna go, I'm here for it, and I really do want to see some more greatness on the screen. I'm kind of shocked that they don't do too much fighting in these side shows. I mean, the most we saw today was the two captains kind of defending themselves against the lower uh, villagers. So not really that great, but regardless, I think they can do some fights outside of, like, Asta chopping Noel's water monster in half was cool and stuff, but I feel like that we could get something cool that doesn't necessarily need to progress the story, hopefully. But with all that being said, let me know how you're feeling about this week's episode. Did you like the task at hand? Did you like learning more about the two captains who usually fight working together and getting the job done, and you see how polar opposite they are? One wants to forgive while the other one wants them to pay for their crimes and atone, which he didn't really specify what that means. Like, that could just mean anybody that comes through the village be much more courteous than you were even to us, and don't try to steal from them, take care of them. uh, that could be atoning, or it could be go to jail. I don't know what he actually meant by that, but regardless, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Definitely let me know if there's anything else I missed in the comments, or if there's just something you noticed I didn't notice you want to talk about. Regardless, anything, I'll be checking, and I hope you guys have an amazing one. If you're a dub watcher, go check out God of High School. First episode came out. Peace.